everybody, today is the second day of the 12 days of Christmas crafts, DIYs, and gift ideas. And today we're going to be making this cute little elf aromatic snowman. And if you want to make the hats that the other snowmen are wearing, I will leave a link in the description box for the tutorial that I used to make them. Here's what you're going to need: scissors, a sock, new or used, some felt, bells, scented oil, rice, elastic bands, and this little guy is what it's going to look like. So first we want to start by removing the toe and the heel of the sock. The sock that I'm using is a junior sock, so it's a little bit small, which makes it great size for the elf. You also want to make sure that you remove any of the stitching that your sock might have. So we're going to scrunch up one end and wrap the elastic super tight around it. We don't want anything to get out. We'll give it a little tug and make sure it's tight and flip it inside out. So now we're going to add the scented oil to our rice. I'm using Tis the Season by Slatkin & Co. I have no idea where I got this from, but it smells amazing. I'm going to add a couple of drops. I think I added about 6. Give it a stir if you want, and then we will fill the sock. So once you've got it quite full, you want to close at the top and give it a quick squeeze to see if you can fit a little bit more in there. Then we are going to gather the top and wrap it tight with another elastic band. So once you've done that, we're going to trim off the excess at the top. And now it's time for the neck. We're going to work the area closer to the top, squeeze the snowman or snowball to make a little bulb on the top. We're going to wrap that with an elastic band, and as you're squeezing, wrap the elastic band tighter. So now we're going to cut the eyes out. We only need a small piece of the felt. We're going to make 2 eyes. I like to make my eyes uneven, but you could do what you like. And 2 buttons. The nice thing about this is that they're cool, so they don't need to be perfect circles. But if you are a perfectionist, you can do perfect circles. We'll set those aside and then get the orange felt for the 3D nose. Again, we only need a small piece, probably about a 1-inch square. And we'll set that aside too. Now we're going to do the hat. I've made a paper template. If you have any little girls, I'm sure at some point you've made a paper princess hat. We're going to use that same idea. So we're going to line it up here and trace it out. I'm using a Pilot Fine Liner pen. If you've seen my other videos, you'll see me using a fabric marker, but for the felt, I think this fine liner pen works best. So now we're going to cut it out. Again, this doesn't need to be perfect. We're going to be trimming it again afterwards anyway. So we're going to figure out where we need to put the glue. Be careful, it's hot. I'm going to bead up the side and fold over and secure it into place. I trim it here, but you don't have to just yet, and you'll see why in a minute. I like the little point that that trim makes. It kind of gives it a nice style for the hat. So now let's seal up the rest of this hat and add another bead of glue. We'll set that aside and get some red felt for the trim. We want to trace the bottom of the hat template again. This will make sure that we line it up nicely when we attach it to the hat. And then we're going to draw on some triangles. I didn't use a template for this, but if you feel you need to, you can always draw one out on paper before you draw on your felt. So I'll just quickly cut this out. Maybe not so quickly. You want to make sure the seams line up at the back of the hat. Yeah, I like that. And we'll try it on to see how it fits. So we'll glue the trim into place. And I guess I kind of decided that I didn't like the length of the red trim after I glued it. So I'm going to trim it again once I finish gluing it. Which means I cut off all the glue. I need to add more. Alright, let's test it out. Alright, so now we're going to add the bell. You can hand sew this on, but I'm definitely using the hot glue. A lot quicker. So now we want to cover up that little glue dab on the back of the bell. I'm just going to use a piece of red felt. You could use green or whatever color matches your hat. It's up to you. It's so cute, I love it. Try it on again. It's looking good. So now we're going to do the scarf. I like to use a t-shirt material. I got some leftover t-shirt material that I used when I was making some cloth diapers. So we're just going to use that and cut a strip out. The good thing about the t-shirt material is that if you give it a tug, it wraps around itself and you don't have to sew anything. So you can tie this around his neck in any way you see fit. Double knot it, single knot it, it's your choice. But I think what works best is making one end longer, one end shorter, and doing kind of a men's tie knot on it. Like so. And then you just clip into the ends to make the tassels. So let's get to the nose now. We cut out that 1-inch square. So now we're going to fold the corners together, opposite corners, to make a triangle. Then from that triangle, we're going to fold it again to make a nose, I guess. Now this piece is really, really long. It's even bigger than the larger snowmans, so we want to check and see how long we really want it. This thing is slippery. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is that the glue is on the bottom. We want to make sure that we glue the glue on the bottom. We also want to make sure that we don't glue it on the side that kind of looks like a butt. Yeah, like that. Now we want to try on the hat. It's important to put the hat on. because that way we'll know exactly where we can put our eyes. So here you see me using those marking pens that I was talking about. They're really great. I'll talk about them probably in every video because you can erase them and there's no trace whatsoever. So if you get your kids to do this project and they mark where they want their eyes, if they don't quite land where they make their marks, you can always erase them. So let's put the hat on so we see the space we're working with. And we'll add the eyes. And I'm not so much liking the odd eye shape, so we are going to go with fairly even eyes this time. So we're going to glue those down and try and make sure that they stay in line with the nose.
How much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright.
And there you go. He's done. I actually went to Snowmen just there. Let's glue the hat down. Just a couple beads of glue should do it. There we go. Now, I had to add a smile. I couldn't leave him without one. He just felt like he was missing something. And that is that, everyone. Day 2 of the 12 days of last minute Christmas crafts, DIYs, and gift ideas is done. These little snowmen make great stocking stuffers or even little desk pets. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe to Evolution of a Mom, and check out our website. The link is in the description box.